Good day, students. Today we will have a grade 2 English lesson on spelling and prefixes. So, a prefix is a section or syllable of a word that can be added to a base word. Um, and these prefixes can actually change the meaning of the word or the original word. So, we're going to look at two specific uh, prefixes today, which is miss and mid. And we'll also have a look at micro. So here we have some examples of words that has added a prefix miss. So we have misbehave. Here we can see that the base word was behave. But because we added the word miss in front of it, it meant the opposite, that when someone is not behaving. So we can gather that the prefix miss means not. So misbehave is not behaving. Misfire, not firing when something is not working. Mishear. Mishear means that you did not hear or could not hear correctly. Misspell, when you are spelling something wrong. Mistreat. So here we have the base word treat, and mistreat means that you are not treating someone or not being treated correctly. Going on to our second column, mismatch. Mismatch means that something is not matching, something is not making sense together. Mistreat, again, not treating correctly. Misfit, something is not fitting. Misfit, or something is not making sense where it is. Misread, meaning you read incorrectly or you understood it wrong. And then misplace means that you misplaced something or didn't place it in the correct place, and now you don't know where to find it. So basically, we misplace things and then we forget where we put it, and we know that is not a pleasant feeling. Going on to our prefix mid. Mid, you can actually hear means middle. So in the middle of, or midway. With this said, we can have a look at these few words that we have. Mid-term. So term was our base word, mid-term. And many times when we add the prefix mid, we have the mid, the prefix, and the base word to be connected with a hyphen. So take note of this. Mid-term, meaning in the middle of the term. So if we have, for instance, for an example, we're writing a mid-term exam, meaning it's an exam in the middle of the term. Then Midwest, meaning it's not completely west, but in the middle on its way to the western direction. Midstream, in the middle of the stream. Midnight, in the middle of the night. Midnight then is 12 a.m. in the middle of the night. Midday, midday is in the middle of the day. Midpoint is the middle point of something. And then midtown, meaning somewhere in the middle of town is something could be situated. So once again, we have miss meaning not, and then we have mid as a prefix as middle. Then we're going to have a look at micro. Micro is also a prefix that changes the meaning of something, which means small. Micro means small. With this said, we are going to our readers and writers notebook on page 529. 529, which would be our first page for our activities today. And what do we need to do here? Reading the instructions. The miss, mid, and micro, or non, to finish the words. So there would also be a non as a prefix in this activity as well. And it is easy to gather where we would fit these prefixes. So number one, they give us middle of the week. And as we know, middle, there we have a clue. Middle of the week, we need the prefix mid. So that would be midweek. There is our answer on page 529 with that activity. Number two, they give us a clue, an error, right? And then they give us take. So that an error is another name for another word for mistake. Number 3, they give us fiction, a true story, non-fiction, right? Non-fiction. Then to act badly, right? To act well is behave, but if you act badly or not behaving, you are misbehaving. So misbehave, number 4. Number 5, peaceful, right? Peaceful, they give us violent, but when something is peaceful, it is non-violent. So we have non there. Non, we have seen twice now that non-fiction and non-violent, it means fiction means it's not a true story. So if it's non-fiction, then it is a true story. When something is peaceful, it is non-violent. So non meaning not. Number 6, about July 1. July is in the middle of the year. So then we say mid-year, number 6. Number 7, an error in printing. They give us print, and when there is an error, it's not done correctly, it's called a misprint. So number 7, misprint. Number 8, something that makes sound louder. What makes a sound louder? Phone means here, and micro means small. So it's a small device that makes sound louder, microphone. Number 9, makes no sense. They give us sense, and when something is not, it is nonsense. And then number 10 for our last answer on page 529, a wrong act, a deed, and when something is wrong, it's a misdeed. So that's our answers for page 529. Going on to our next page, 533 for our next activity. To add our prefixes, here we will mostly use our prefix mis and mid that we had a look at. So there on page 533, we have to look at the spelling words in the block that is given. We have mid-air, misplace, mislead, midway, misprint, midday, midweek, misbehave, mid-year, mismatched, misdeed, and mistake. And here they give us the base word, and we have to add the correct prefix. They give us match. Number 1, match, mismatch. 2, they give us print, misprint. 3, week, midweek. 4, air, mid-air. 5, behave, misbehave. 6, deed, misdeed. 7, year, mid-year. 8, way, midway. 9, place. There we have write the list word to complete each phrase. Misplace your keys. When you misplace your keys, you put it in a place where you can't find it immediately and it's lost and you're looking for it. Number 10, make a mistake. Mistake would be the most appropriate word for number 10's answer. Number 11, people. Mislead people, meaning you're leading them on in the wrong direction. Mislead, leading someone in the wrong direction. And then number 12, midday nap. A midday nap meaning that you have a nap in the middle of the day. There is our answers for page 533 in our Readers and Writers Notebook. And then for our homework, in the Readers and Writers Notebook, in the same book, we have our last activity for homework, and that will be on page 538. Page 538 is our homework for our prefixes, and that should be done before the end of the week. Thank you very much and have a wonderful day.